Episode 14, CBK podcast. What is up? Let's get into it. I'm here with AJ. How you doing, AJ?
I'm doing just fine. Just fine. It's all right. It's a good Monday.
It is a good Monday. The weather's really nice here in Florida right now. So, say that now, and by the time this podcast comes out, it's gonna be 85 degrees again. But hey, we're here. We got a lot to cover today. We got NFL Week 6. We got Fantasy Outlook. We got our in general segment. But as always, we're gonna start off with highlights of the week. AJ, what you got for us?
Highlights of the week. My highlight of the week is that Taylor Swift got shown again on Thursday night, and I'm just the biggest fan of Taylor Swift, and I'm just so happy that the NFL gives her so much screen time. She's just my highlight of the week.
Hey, to be fair, Al Michaels literally said that they're not going to give him as much time anymore. So here we are. Here we are.
Okay,
Here we are. All right. My highlight of the
that's
week.
fine, but she got her moment in the sun.
She did. She didn't get shown 17 times this week though. It was just the two or three times when Travis made a big play. So it's fine. It's fine. All right. My highlight of the week. The Bucks brought back their creamsicle jerseys this week. It was nice to see them in those. Although we do suck in those jerseys. What did you say yesterday? We have a negative win percentage in those jerseys.
Yeah, our record, like, technically we are technically we are like the worst team ever. Like they say, like the Browns and the Lions because they went 0 and 16, but us as a franchise went 0 and 26
Yeah.
in our first iteration in those. So yeah, we weren't good in them.
And that didn't translate to anything better yesterday as we lost 20-6 to the Lions. So, but
Yeah,
it is nice to see those jerseys back. The stadium looked dope. So it was good. Um, and Josh isn't here to give us a highlight of the week. He'll be back next week as
yeah.
we brave the NBA next week. So highlights of the week, good to go. Let's jump right into our in general segment. All right, in general, AJ, it's international break. We don't have a lot of soccer to talk
It
about.
is.
Kind of boring times in the soccer
There
world.
isn't. It's a lot of Euro. Yeah, a lot of Euro qualifying, a lot of friendlies for the USA, and as of we're recording right now, the USA has played Germany this past week and play tomorrow. Um, they did not look good against Germany in the second half.
Yeah. The first half we were
So,
fine.
just another yeah, another Greg Berhalter masterclass. It's so weird to me that like we just have like talent. There's talent on this US men's national team roster. There's
Yeah.
guys who play internationally now in every league in pretty much every major country, and yet we
Yeah.
still cannot beat, like, I get it's a friendly. I get it's a friendly, but like we still cannot be a top European team. Like
Yeah.
it's just the defense looked shambolic yesterday, or not yesterday. I believe, what was it, Thursday? Thursday
Yeah.
or Wednesday? Or
Saturday.
was it
Saturday.
Saturday? It
Saturday.
was Saturday, I believe. Yeah. The Saturday they just looked confused, and they just let Germany, pass around the box, get one time finish. Like I just I didn't like it. It was not, and the only thing that the USA could get was a moment of brilliance from Christian,
Yeah.
so I I don't know how to gauge it. We'll see how they play against Ghana. It's not. We there's a whole episode. Go check out our episode where we slammed Greg Berhalter's reputation. There's a whole ZBK episode about it, so
There
you
really
know how
is.
we feel. Yeah, he's not good.
It was rough. I mean, Christian's goal was incredible. It's just typical Christian Pulisic in a US jersey. Germany just, they're miles better than us because they're a European team and us CONCACAF teams don't compete with European teams. So And the U.S. hasn't competed with a European team since I think the 2014 World Cup when we actually had competent coaching. So none of us like Greg on this podcast, um, and it'll stay that way because my goodness, bro, it's mind-boggling watching him coach every week for us when we play. All right, that's enough about that. I don't want to talk about that anymore. Hopefully, we play better against
Uh,
Ghana, but like I told my father today, I have no hope in us playing better against Ghana because once again, different side of the world. We don't play well against anybody like that. All right, let's move on a little bit.
right?
It's hockey season.
It
Um,
is hockey season. We're 3 games in.
yeah, I think we're three.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Lightning are 3 games in, and we're 1-2. So not
Yes,
great,
we are.
not great. No
Our
Vasilevsky.
defense in hockey is also like pylons. They also play like the U.S. men's national team. Uh, hockey starting. I don't know, guys. I don't know what you want us to say. I like hockey. Don't get me wrong. There's just like there's not really like a story for me to give you. Like
Yeah,
there's no. It's 3 games in. Let's just go out there and throw out our who's our Stanley Cup winner. I know who's making the Stanley Cup. Not
who's
even the winner, just who's making it.
who's making it? Oh, based off three
Yeah.
games. Um, oh goodness, I really would like to see Edmonton, but they're garbage. So I'm gonna go with Colorado. We're gonna go back. We're gonna go Colorado versus Boston.
So they could also make it there. And from the east side, let's go. Hmm,
It's
let's
tough.
go. Let's go Toronto. Let's go Toronto.
Don't give them that, bro. Don't give Toronto any more fuel
No,
to make
no,
it.
no Maple Leafs fan watches this. So
Yeah, but we don't like Toronto around here, bro. Come on.
I don't
I
know,
was hoping you were
dude.
gonna give
I
some random like New Jersey Devils love or something.
no, no. See the Rangers have talent. You never know. It's such a toss up. Maybe the Pens, because maybe this is Sydney's last year. Give me the Pens,
That'd be
even though they're
cool.
crap.
That'd be cool to see it. It'd be cool to see the Penguins
Yeah,
make it in Crosby in one of Crosby's. It could be his last year, but I don't know. I don't know what they're gonna do with those all four old guys they have there now. So we'll see.
someone's got to move. Yeah.
Yeah, if not retire. All right. Well, hockey season is here. We'll talk about it sporadically on the podcast. Basketball season starts next Tuesday.
Next
Um,
Tuesday.
yeah, so we start off with I think it's Warriors, Suns, and Lakers, Nuggets next Tuesday. So those should be good games. Next week on the podcast, we're gonna do a full NBA deep dive. Um, Regular season previews, our MVP picks, our NBA champion picks, and then we'll go over our fantasy basketball teams that we will have drafted by that point. With that, that'll end our in general segment. Once again, just in general, not a lot in there because it's kind of a boring time in European soccer, and we'll just touch on hockey and basketball hasn't started yet. But let's get into the good stuff. Right into the main segment as usual. It's the NFL. All right, AJ, let's just start it off with Thursday night football. Chiefs
Okay.
Broncos. Your sweetheart Taylor
Yep.
Swift.
My beloved Taylor Swift. She was there. Also the Chiefs just took care of business against the Broncos. Yeah, I mean, once again, they don't look good, but they keep winning, so it's fine, I guess.
Yeah,
I mean,
they
it's
they
really
keep
easy.
they keep getting the job done.
Yeah. I mean, it's really easy when you play the Broncos. I my goodness, if you're a Broncos fan, I feel sorry for you if you even like watch it cuz the thing is like they'll drive and then they'll look okay and then they'll turn the ball over. It's like every single drive. It's actually insane. I don't know. This might be The big talk is that Bill is cooked. Bill Belichick is cooked. I think Sean Payton's cooked.
I think so
He's
too.
looking pretty cooked.
He should have just stayed. It should have stayed as an analyst, bro. He would have been better off there. Yeah.
Yeah, so it wasn't a very interesting game. I'll say that much.
No, 19-8 isn't very interesting. And the Broncos' only touchdown comes from a miracle one-handed catch from Cortland Sutton at the end of the game. So, I mean, it wasn't
Right.
ideal. It wasn't ideal for them.
So I don't know. Patrick Mahomes also has not looked good. He has not had his drop his you know what on a team and just sling the ball around everywhere.
Yeah, he hasn't done that yet. So, I mean, I'm hoping he does it now since I just got him in fantasy. So, there's always hope on my side for Patrick Mahomes to do better. Um,
Right.
all right, that's all we really need to say about that game. Probably the highlight was seeing Taylor Swift four
Yeah.
times instead of 15 times. So,
Yeah, that was my highlight of the week. That
it
was
was a win. All right, across the pond we had Ravens Titans. Um, I mean, the Ravens look good in some aspects. The Titans didn't look good at all because it's the Titans, bro. I don't think they're a good football
they're
team.
the Titans.
But they had a couple of good individual plays. Tajay Spears 60-yard screen pass, and then a Derrick Henry, a couple big runs for him. But other than that, they didn't look good. Ryan Tannehill came off with an injury again. Doesn't look great. Malik Willis stepped in and he got sacked 4 times in 2 minutes. So the Titans got to figure something out, bro.
It's great. I bet all the fans who get to see like 3 games a year in London really enjoyed that game. I so good. No, it was pretty boring.
Yeah, it was rough to watch at 9:30 in the morning, but it's always a good time when there's football on that early in the morning. Um, let's keep going down the
Yeah,
list. We got
we'll keep going.
Commanders Falcons. I mean, there's not much to talk about there. Sam Howell did decent. Uh,
Yeah,
there's one big
Desmond
piece.
Ritter's a piece of garbage.
Yeah, Desert Ritter's awful, but
Oh yeah, Kyle Pitts
Kyle Pitts
touchdown.
Kyle Pitts finally scored a touchdown. His first
Kyle
touchdown since
Pitts, the war is over. The war is canceled. Kyle Pitts scored.
Look, it's his first touchdown since like November of 2022. So it's been a year since he scored a touchdown. It,
It's nice.
it's
It's
not
it's a
been
real success story for the kid.
it's not been a good time for him in Atlanta. Desmond Ritter threw 3 interceptions, 2 in the last 5 minutes, and lost them the game. Commanders, dude, both those teams are just not great as well. They're both 3-3 somehow. So I don't know how they're 3-3, but they are. Let's move on. Vikings Bears, another garbage fest. I'll let you take this one,
Another
AJ.
garbage game. Sure, man. Kirk Cousins still sucks. Justin Fields is playing better, but like the bar was really low, so I don't know. Like he's playing better. That's a DJ Moore. DJ Moore looks good. Uh, you're only from a 46-yard fumble return. That's
Yeah.
kind of embarrassing. And it's against the Bears. Like, I need you to score like at least one offensive touchdown. I feel like that's the least of like I'm asking you. The turnover problem is absolutely horrific. I just talked about the Broncos being bad and pissing themselves. The Vikings are like double down on that. We'll take whatever you're drinking. I there's no hope. Like they're talking about trading Kirk. Kirk said he's not leaving. There's talks about trading Justin Jefferson. We'll see what happens at the end of the year. Because I mean, he's in a contract extension year, so I it's tough to see because they are a good team. They're talented. It's just they are bad now, and now it's kind of like, well, what do we do now?
Yeah,
So, also Justin Fields got injured that game. He dislocated his thumb. Yeah.
yeah,
Apparently he's not going to play. He's officially ruled out for next week. So we'll see how that progresses. I thought he was playing okay. I mean, the first couple weeks were rock bottom for him, but I
yeah.
think at this point he probably gets another job on another team if the Bears don't keep him.
Yeah, he's ruled it right now as he's ruled doubtful, but I mean they're not going to rule him out on a Monday, but they're already telling people to fantasy managers should prepare for an alternate plan for week 7 because if he can't grip the football, then there's no point in him playing at all. So
Right.
it's not going to do any good if he's not able to grip a football. So don't start Tyson Bagent because just find another quarterback. It's bad. It's tough sledding around here. All right. Bengals Seahawks. Bengals go to 3-3. Seahawks drop to 3-2. Um, this game, I feel like these are all like a lot of ugly games this week.
It's
Like
just it was a lot of ugly football all around. I will say the defense won the game for the Bengals. There's five, I believe, 5 times the Seahawks went to the red zone, and 5 times they came away, I believe, or 5 times, I believe, 3 field goals and nothing. So
yeah,
I would say, and there's twice the Seahawks got down there to take the lead in the game, and I believe Gino got sacked on both on fourth downs. So just a good. I would say it's really good for the Bengals because the Bengals have a really hard schedule coming up. The Seahawks are probably fine. I mean, they're not going to win their division because they play the 49ers, but so they're probably fine. But it was a really good game for the Bengals because I believe the Bengals play the 49ers
Buffalo.
and Buffalo. Yes.
Yeah,
Sorry.
you're good. They go on by,
So
and then they have the Niners
not
and
a
the
great matchup
Bills.
for him. Yeah, not great matchups for him. So this was kind of a must win. Otherwise, they probably would have looked at a losing record in the next 3 weeks.
Yeah, not great for them, but they seem to be bouncing back after their
What's
rough start.
another? Yeah, I'm just saying another. What do you have? Bills blow out Giants. They didn't blow out the Giants.
And I wrote that last night. I wrote that last night before the game
Oh,
because
okay.
I was anticipating them to blow them out. Yeah, that didn't happen. We can talk about that.
No.
That game was ugly. Um, Tyrod Taylor looked the better of the two quarterbacks for most of the game. He definitely looks better than Daniel Jones does this season. Saquon Barkley had like 80% of the snaps, and he played well, 24 carries and 93 yards. He had a couple of runs where he broke and he looked decent, but that game was just,
Right.
I mean, you can tell by the score it was
Another
14-9.
another quarterback failing to launch this year. Josh Allen also struggling this year. He has not unleashed his fury.
Yeah, I mean, for fantasy, he's been
He
incredible.
Yeah. He had a good game against Miami. I do know that.
Yeah.
But like other than that, he's looked really really pedestrian.
Yeah, he hasn't been the Josh Allen that we've seen in recent years. So, I mean,
Yeah.
hopefully he figures that out soon. There's not much to talk about that game either. Jaguars, like I feel like we're just like there's a lot of the stuff in these weeks games. We're like, all right, this is the score. This is the highlights,
we
and that's really
can
it.
we
It's
can talk about Pat's Raiders. Pat's Raiders was a good game this week, guys. Don't forget about that.
To be fair, yeah, that was probably the best
J-
game of the 4 o'clock segment.
Jimmy G got hurt. Uh, Mac Jones took a safety. Ezekiel Elliott scored the Patriots scored an offensive touchdown. That should be
Um, they
celebrated.
scored 2 offensive
Uh,
touchdowns.
two offensive touchdowns. And I I'm just floored. I am happy for them. They deserve all their flowers. Uh, Another game like the Cardinals Rams. That was not an interesting game. I don't know.
It
The
was close.
Saints Texans. Another ugly game. Like
Yeah, 2013 Saints had a chance to go down and win it, and they blew it. 4 straight incompletions when they were in Texans territory, and they could have gone and tied the game at least, but they didn't. CJ Stroud looked good again. There are the memes going
yeah,
around where even when CJ Stroud turns the ball over, it still turns into positives for the offense because he threw the interception, and then the linebacker fumbled the ball and gave the Texans the ball back 5 yards ahead of the line of scrimmage. So even when CJ's down, he's still
right.
not out. Let's talk about 49ers Browns. The 49ers are
Okay,
no longer undefeated. The Browns with PJ Walker come out of this
correct.
victorious. Um,
Yes.
Goodness gracious, Brock Purdy finally gets a loss as a starting quarterback. But
In
do
the
we
regular
yeah,
season.
regular season, but are we entirely blaming Brock Purdy here?
No, I thought he played fine for the conditions. I personally am not a Brock Purdy lover, but
Yeah, we know.
he clearly is showing that he's an NFL quarterback. He's an NFL quarterback and he makes good throws and he helps his team win. So clearly he's not bad. Uh I thought he did enough. I thought the conditions were absolute garbage. Uh the Browns defense aren't scrubs. So also the 49ers had their yearly injury bowl. So that
Mm-hmm.
also didn't help.
Yeah, losing Debo in the
I
beginning of the
just thought
game.
yeah, I just thought it was just this is a poor game executed for them. They had a chance to win. I mean, the kicker barely missed the field goal at the end. Like, I mean, it's not like they just kind of let themselves down, but like it's a game. You're just like it's as much as it's cool to go undefeated, the pressure of going undefeated, I feel like is a lot more harmful to a team in the long run in a season
Yeah.
than it is to lose a little bit earlier. So like losing is great because guess what? Now you get to look at your mistakes on Monday or Tuesday whenever they go, and you can be like, okay, like let's fix this or like what can we do better? Because then it's like if you keep winning, then it's like, well, they ain't broke, don't fix it, and
Mm-hmm.
then you end up losing, and then everybody's like, oh, I thought you were supposed to be this good team, and you same thing. We can go into Jets Eagles.
Yeah.
The Eagles also knocked from undefeated ranks. Um, Also good for them because let's be honest, the Eagles haven't looked that great this year.
Amen to that,
They've
bro.
been they've been fine. Like they've been Chiefs, like like not like the great. They don't look like the offensive last year,
Yeah.
but like they keep grinding out wins, which is like to be 5-1 right now is pretty good.
Yeah.
And so I just like it's just one of those games where it's like you're kind of happy that they lost. I mean, you're not happy as a fan or anything, but if as a team, I hope they're a little bit happier about losing because it's like you gotta know some adversity. They also did not look good. I don't know, like the interceptions that Jalen Hurts was throwing yesterday just did not look good.
Yeah.
He was throwing some absolute trash out there.
Yeah. He had
And
three
only
picks.
14 points is kind of embarrassing. Yeah,
Yeah, 3 picks. He should have had a
for
fourth one at the
them.
end.
So their run game got shut down pretty hard as well, and that's kind of what I attribute to the struggles. Because Jalen was asked to throw a little bit more, and just wasn't making the throws yesterday.
Yeah,
So
he had to throw the ball 45 times. Jalen Hurts had more rushing yards combined, more rushing yards than all three running backs combined. So that should tell you something. Their run game, which they're known for their run game sets up everything that they do. So if they don't have that,
right.
then they're not going to have great. I mean, AJ Brown had a great game, 7 for 131. Devonta Smith had another not great game because he hasn't looked great this season at all yet. I mean, yeah, he had one good game against Minnesota because he had the bomb touchdown. But other than that, the Eagles need to figure something out
Mm-hmm.
quickly because I know they're 5-1, but they've been squeaking out wins, so hasn't been ideal for them. All right, last couple games. Jaguars dominated the Colts.
Right.
Gardner Minshew turned back into a pumpkin. Can we stop talking about him as like this great hype quarterback in the NFL? Because like he's not good, bro. He's really not good. Um, Jonathan Taylor and Zach Moss split carries yesterday. Zach Moss got the touchdown. Um, ETN looked really good as usual. Trevor Lawrence got injured in this game. He is questionable for Thursday night against the Saints. If he doesn't play it, CJ Beathard is going to start in Jacksonville. So does CJ Beathard in
Yes.
Jacksonville beat the Saints? That's my question, AJ.
No. But if Trevor plays, they'll probably beat him.
Okay, that's what I was wondering.
Actually, I don't know because the Saints desperately need a win, and like they probably are looking at the Jaguars like we get a statement win right now, you know.
Yeah, I think it's in New Orleans, if I'm not mistaken. So it should be
Okay,
it should be a little bit harder for the Texans for the not the Texans, the Jaguars in New Orleans.
the Jaguars,
Yeah, the Jaguars. The future London Jaguars. Let's put that out there now.
the
Hope
future London Jaguars.
maybe. At the rate that's going, I wouldn't be surprised if we get them over there sooner rather than later. Last two games, Dolphins, Panthers. I think Miami just got bored of blowing teams out off the rip, so they decided they're going to give the Panthers a 14-point handicap. Because they went down
Yeah, handicap.
14 nothing quickly. But then they scored 42 points in this game. Raheem Mostert dominant again, 17 carries, 115 yards, 2 touchdowns, and a receiving touchdown. He had 3 touchdowns again in this game. That's insane. Sullivan Ahmed scored a touchdown. Tyreek Hill had 6 catches, 163 yards, and a touchdown. He could have had more, but he cramped up on a long pass and had to run out of bounds. And then AJ's pick for breakout of the week, Jalen Waddle. He scored a touchdown this week. Congratulations to Jalen
Mm-hmm.
Waddle. Finally got to see him waddle in the end zone. 7 catches, 51 yards, and a touchdown. He took Tyreek's touchdown, the first one, because Tyreek ran the drag wide open, and Tua decided he was going to throw it back into double coverage to Jalen Waddle, and luckily it worked out. But AJ, good job picking Jalen Waddle
Yeah,
for the start of the Sunday,
right.
as he did look good. Last game, we'll talk about it. We'll save it for last. The Lions Bucks. We watched that together yesterday. AJ, give me some insight, bro. Give me
We
some
did.
insight. Give me some insight into this game.
I'm just not like I'm not upset. It's just like the defense played really well. The offense I just was not a fan of. The lots of drops, lots of bad passes, lots of bad decisions. Just like it's one of those games where it's frustrating where it's like cuz it's still in reach for a majority of the game
Yeah,
and the tide could turn and it just never happened. And so that's okay. And the Lions are a good team. There's no doubt in my mind that the Lions are tied now at the top of the NFC with the Eagles and the 49ers at 5-1.
hmm
So they are a good team. They play good defense. They play conservative offense with splashes of big plays.
yeah,
They look good. We just looked flat. That's all. I mean, the defense did its job. 20 points in the Lions' offense is a good job, in my opinion.
yeah.
6 points by the offense is abysmal.
Yeah. Kudos to the Lions defense for holding us to 6 points. I mean, how many touchdowns did we miss yesterday, bro? We missed that 90-yard touchdown to Mike Evans in the beginning of the
Oh,
game.
like
It turned into an
3.
interception. Had some
Miss one to
drops.
miss one to Trey.
Yeah, not ideal. Like frustration. I think it's frustrating. Um, where offense
Yeah.
just looks flat. I mean, there's rumors now of us trading for Derrick Henry possibly. I don't know how the heck we're gonna fit that in any cap space because we are literally like negative 80 million cap space for the next 3 years. So I don't know how we're gonna do it. There's also rumor of us trading for Javonte Williams if he becomes available in Denver. Um, all right, AJ, who would you rather have, Derrick Henry or Javonte Williams?
Oh, for price, probably Javante. No, because we already have poor man Javante. We have Shad White. I guess if Derrick Henry is in a first round, if Derrick Henry's like a second round pick, third round pick, I'd take him.
Yeah, there was a couple of mocks of him being, it was like a 2/3 and a couple fifths, I think, for Derrick Henry. Would you take that if that was the deal?
Yeah,
Okay. So Derrick Henry. Let's look, Jason, like you heard it here first, bro. Bring in a running back that can run through our abysmal interior O line because at least our tackles are really good, but our interior O line is
yeah,
atrocious. It's
it's
atrocious,
very
man.
bad.
Yeah, I mean, what do we have? Like 50 rushing yards yesterday? I mean, at least like we're trying to run
Yeah,
the ball. No, sorry, we had 35 rushing yards plus Baker's six, so 41
that
rushing
is
yards yesterday.
that is garbage. That is trash. Yeah, it's fine. And the last game we got to talk about is happening as we record. Cowboys Chargers, such a riveting game. 10-7. They're both like the same caliber team. So,
True.
I think Cowboys pull it out most likely, but I do not like either of them, so they get nothing from me.
Yeah, I mean, the Chargers are basically the new Cowboys because of getting what's his face from is it Kellen Moore, the offensive coordinator that went from Dallas to the Chargers?
One more, yeah.
Yeah, so the Chargers are basically the new Dallas Cowboys. And with that, that'll transition us perfectly into
Hmm.
our final segment of the day. Let's talk our week 6 recap and our fantasy outlook. All right. Week 6 recap. As of right now, AJ, you and I are tied in week 6 pick'ems. We have 10 wins. After last night's Buffalo winning. Josh currently has 9. So if we win, if we both have the Cowboys tonight, so we'll basically tie for first place. If the Chargers somehow pull this out, we'll have a 3-way tie for first place this week. This is what you needed, bro.
With three-way tie.
Yeah, this is what you needed. You were 7-7 last week. You needed a little 10-5 piece or 11-4 piece to finish this week. Help you cement your continued coming up from the bottom. So it's fine. We do our week 7 picks on here, but there's only 2 of us, and
Yeah.
we don't have Josh's picks to read you. So we'll do our week 7 picks on Instagram and TikTok again
Yeah.
on
He's
Thursday.
enjoying Olive Garden. He's
Yeah,
enjoying Olive Garden as we speak.
yeah, some smacking down some breadsticks and some and some soup and salad, sure. So we'll talk about our week 7 picks this week. We'll do some more starts of the week content this week, but let's talk fantasy outlook. AJ, give us the rundown. What's give us your 2 fantasy teams. How did we do this week?
Well, apparently I'm gonna win in the league. I'm 0-5, and so big. Oh no, no, I have one. There's 1 point under me now. Never mind. I'm gonna be 0-6. I'm gonna be I'm gonna be 0-6 because Jake Ferguson breathed. He did things.
And then Brian Aubrey kicked a field goal. Oh my gosh.
So that league, I still suck. I've given up on life. Efren, if you watch this, just send me the punishment now, bro. I'm just preparing to do it
Oh, and six
at this
pain.
point. In our league, I am also I'm close. I still need to hold off CD and the Cowboys defense for basically like half a quarter and a quarter to hopefully hang on to another win and go to 4-2 and be in the upper echelon of the league.
Yeah, that put you on. It
So
would put you on a
it's looking all
three-game
right.
win streak,
It's looking
bro.
all right. I'm not happy. Yeah.
And everybody thought you were waiver wire fodder.
And yeah, everybody thought it was cooked. Everybody thought it was cooked. And you know what? I proved them wrong.
Hey, you were getting some garbage trades the last week or so. Everybody's like, "Oh, AJ's done. We're just gonna start offering him terrible for his players." But here we are. AJ's ahead of
Yeah.
everybody. He's in fourth place, and this win will bring you. I think you'll stay in fourth, honestly. So it's not
I
bad.
think I do too.
It keeps you in the top half of the league, and that's all that matters. Um, we'll talk Josh's fantasy real quick. He in Efren's league, he I believe is losing again. Yes, he has officially lost. Unless Justin Herbert throws like four interceptions. So he'll be 1-5 in that league. He'll join you in 15th place, or say he'll stay in 14th, and you two will be in that bottom three in that league. That league is chalked, bro. I don't
The league
know.
is chalked.
We say it every week when we talk about it, but 16 team leagues are so hard because even with injuries, bro, there's nobody to pick up in waivers in free agency.
There's nothing. It's literally not. It's barren desert.
Yeah, it's tragic. And then in our league, he lost 186.7 to 163.37. So he'll drop to 2-4 in our league,
Yeah.
which will drop him probably to um, sixth place in our league. He scored a lot of points though. I think he's gonna get the award for most points in a loss because he would have won every other matchup this week. If but he gets stuck in the highest scoring matchup, so he loses. So he's 0-2 in the week. He'll have to bounce back next week. He's got another tough matchup next week against the guy who's in second place in our league. So hopefully things will go better there. And then I am in Efren's league. I'm winning 109.6 to 90. Unless Austin Eckler is an incredible second half, I should hold on and win and move to 4-2 in that league, which doesn't bump me up that much. So I'll probably stay in fourth or fifth, which is fine. As long as I don't finish in that bottom three, I'll feel fine. And then in our league, AJ, I am winning again, so I'll be 5-1. This is my toughest matchup. This
5-1.
this is my toughest matchup, and I'm playing against Justin Herbert and Gerald Everett right now, and I have Tony Pollard going. So as long as Tony Pollard stays, as long as Tony Pollard has another great half, I'll be in contention to win again. So he had 5 catches in the first half, and in our league, you
Yeah.
need you need your running backs to get some catches. So um, that's our fantasy outlook. And that look, fantasy football looks bleak some days. I'll tell you that. There are definitely days. I'm sure I know you feel that way, and I know you've given up an efforts league where that it's just bleak some days.
Yeah. No. I literally don't even check it anymore, dude. I I'm tired. I'm done. I'm done with it. I'm telling you, Efren, just send me the punishment like right now, dude. It's not happening.
When do you and Josh play again, bro? That's the story of the season. That's all you need, AJ, is
Yeah.
whenever you play Josh again, because that's gonna be your possibility to win. Hey, in better news though, In week 9, you play Efren, and you already have a 53% chance to win. So, so there's positives around the corner.
Positives.
I really want you to make the most insane, unlikely comeback and go from 0-6 to winning somehow make the playoffs and win the league, bro. I think that would be
Make the playoffs.
the ultimate story. No, next week you're projected to win, bro, because Von Zipper has a bunch of bye
Bye
weeks,
weeks.
and he's got Justin Fields who will be out, and CJ Stroud's on a bye week, so you're good. There's hope. There's hope for you
That's
not to be
nice.
winless anymore. With that, that's gonna start to wrap up today's episode. Like we said in the beginning, we're gonna be doing a deep dive into the NBA next week. So if you're into the NBA, you're probably hyped that the season's coming back. So next Monday we'll talk about it in depth. Our regular season preview, our NBA champion predictions, our MVP predictions, and maybe we'll throw in a couple random awards as well, just to have some fun. We'll touch on all these other sports again because club soccer will be back next week, so we'll touch on that briefly, and we'll briefly touch on the NFL. But we're going to be NBA dominant next week. So if you love the NBA and you missed the NBA, come check it out. We're excited. I know I'm excited. I know we're all in a fantasy football league together or fantasy basketball league together. So that should be interesting.
Basketball.
It should be
All
interesting.
you NBA lovers, stay peeled.
Hey, Peter, we're coming for you. All right. Well, that's episode 14 in a nutshell.
Yeah, we're coming for you.
Episode 14 is a wrap. AJ, it's been a blast, bro. Hopefully Josh enjoyed his Olive Garden. He'll be back next week. AJ, as always, man, it's good. It's good to get on here with you and shoot the stuff.
Good to get it.
It's a good time.
Yeah, it was a good episode.
It's always a good episode, man. All right, you have any last parting words for the crowd?
Nope. I just hope that I see Taylor Swift again. That's my parting words. I hope I see
Don't
Taylor.
don't worry, you will. Just watch the Chiefs game on Sunday. All right, guys. Well, from AJ and Chris at ZDK, it's been a blast. We'll see you guys next week. Peace.